Ecuador, Samuel Reales in Bogotá, Colombia, and of course, the queen of the fairs, Victoria Barrera, whom you've been talking to about these webinars and also any other of our fairs that happen in the region. We also have other advisors with us today. We have Scarlett based in Uruguay, and I see some others, Marcelo in Bolivia, and I want to just thank the advisors that are here with us. Some Colombian advisors are see there as well. And Marta Roman in Colombia as well. She's waving. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, all of you for your time. And we're going to get started. I'm going to just share the stage now with Miguel Huerta. He is based in Chile, as I mentioned. And Miguel, you'll just pass it on to the next city as you finish. You can put questions in the chat and we'll can answer as we go through. And then if you have further questions at the end of all the presentations, of course, we would love to hear from you.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you for being interested in our great fair. And we're going to start talking about Santiago. We're going to be talking about Chile. And Chile is a fantastic country for you to start your recruitment. We have a population of around 20 million people. We have a very stable economy and a very stable political environment. We have a strong upper to upper middle class, which is a very strong group of families ready to invest in the future of their sons and daughters. We have very strong stability and openness in terms of like free market economy instead of transparency, and that means that that is a great place to do business. We have a very strong investment in our country from foreign nations. We have a very strong entrepreneurial mindset, which means that we're a leader in business innovation. We have rigorous academic foundations, which is also means that our education in Chile is also excellent. We have really good high school, private high school, public education, and also one of the top leading universities in the region. We are leaders in sustainability, which means that we are focused on clean energy, we're focused on electric mobility and different kind of resources, and we're also good on focusing on the future jobs. And in terms of future jobs, and this is something that you can keep in mind, we have noticed that many of the students that we advise are focused on STEM programs because of the OPTs and the CPT programs. But we also impressed by how they do the research and they focus on the next generation jobs. They're very worried about the environment. They're worried about their future. And they also look the flexibility, they like the flexibility of the different opportunities that your institution offers. In terms of what we do here in Chile for you as representative of higher education in the U.S., we focus on helping you understand what's happening in the country, what your recruitment needs are, and in that sense, we try to meet everybody that is coming to Chile. We try to educate our audience in terms of the opportunities that they can see in the U.S. Sometimes people don't know anything about the higher education system in the U.S., and it's good for us to meet them early years in high school to explain that. We have a strong cohorts of programs focused on advising students. We have more than 100 students that we are helping every year. We have been expanding our presence to local universities. We are in the top tier of universities here in Chile with an office, and we are opening few offices this year in another private universities. And of course, we have a strong digital engagement. That means that we are the number one page result when people are searching for a study in the US. In terms of the fair, what we do in the fairs is that we help promote the fair, especially by doing outreach. We focus on going to all the different high schools and universities, private and public. We talk about what it means to study in the U.S. We try to reach the best and the brightest, and we also promote those on social media. We promote the fair in terms of like highlighting what is special about the institutions that are coming, what the students can expect, and also in a way to educate them about what they're going to see on the fair and how they can take the best experience from the fair. We also have the outgoing support from the U.S. Embassy. The U.S. Embassy helps us like promoting on social media, but they also help us in promoting in the local media press. And in that way, we also are very active in different media outlets among television and newspapers. And we also receive the help from our students. So our students studying in the US, as you can see there we have three sides of students inviting kids to the fair. In terms of what you're going to see at the fair, you're going to see a lot of support from the embassy. You're going to see our group of volunteers, which is also part of our cohorts. You're going to see some activities that are going to be consular officers talking to people about visa. They're going to see different uh, talk regarding how it is to study in the US. We're going to have students from the US talking about their own experience. We have even a workshop for essay proofreading. So it's a very active fair. The volunteer will help you. The volunteer will make sure that you don't miss anything and you get all the support needed. Then after that, we also have a networking breakfast every year in which we invite local counselors and authorities from high schools, and we also invite local universities. We also have visits. We have two parallel visits, two tracks. One is for high schools and one is for universities. So you are open to invite. You're welcome to join one of these group, and we will try to make the best experience in that terms. And in terms of numbers, last year we have 1,152 registration, and we have a little bit more than 500 attended. This year we expect more people to attend, and also we combine that with the school visits, so we approximately go around a little bit more than 800 people that we reach. And that's it. We invite you to join us in Santiago. It's going to be September the 8th from 7 to 8 p.m.
Thank you, Miguel. Thank you for all the information. Now, Cecilia from Bolivia will be
Yeah,
sharing
sure.
the information from her fair. Now we can see, Cecilia, your screen. Cecilia, I think your mic is low. We can hear you. No, sorry, we still don't hear you. And the others hear Cecilia? No.
Hello?
Now we can hear you. Yes.
Sorry about this. Okay, my name is Cecilia Duran. I'm here representing Santa Cruz de la Sierra. It's one of the stops from the Education USA Fair, and I hope you consider come here. Really, this city, it's one of the main cities in Bolivia, but the important thing here is to explain you that in Santa Cruz, we receive in our fair people from another cities. So we have very near Santa Cruz, we have very near La Paz, Cochabamba, Sucre, Tarija, another main cities that are very important, and they have like really interesting students that you can take in account for your university. Santa Cruz represents a highly potential yet largely untapped market. There is a highly motivated students population, specifically or particularly in STEM, business, health science, and agriculture fields. There is a growing demand for English language programs in Santa Cruz and other cities. Right now, we are with a new government that it's improving or making more efforts that English is very important, and we are trying to open doors for United States, so for our students. Our fair, as I tell you at the beginning, receive students from another main cities like La Paz, Cochabamba, and other students that make the effort to come and travel for that fair. Students are currently making significant efforts to access international academic and professional opportunities. We have very interested families that they really want to invest in the education of their students, not also in undergraduate programs, also in graduate programs. There is a valuable opportunity to connect the students with global education and career pathways. A little bit more of what we have in Santa Cruz. We have an excellent academic preparation, high participation in extracurricular activities. Our students are very motivated in that. And families are highly value education. Like we have, from 2 years ago to now, we have more bilingual schools that are increasing the interest on study on the United States. And students actively seek opportunities. As a number, if you want to make more interested, we have open doors. Open doors numbers, the last year, 2024 and 2025, represents more than 1,463 students from Bolivia studying actually in United States. So it's a very good number, so you can take in account. At the fair, we have these benefits, but before to explain you what's happening at the fair, Santa Cruz de la Sierra is one of the fairs that, like 5 years ago, 8 years ago at least, we have pre-sessions for students. What we do in Santa Cruz is we organize pre-sessions for different schools or universities that are very interested in know what is the fair and how many universities are coming. So we prepare our public so the market it's very target. So students know which universities are coming and they prepare a little bit more. We call prepare for the fair. So it's a protocol that we teach on those sessions, and they're very, very, very interested. And it's one of the things that the university or the reps likes more because the students goes to the fair more prepared. Okay, at the fair, students attended specifically to meet institutions. We have a high quality interactions. We build long-term institutional awareness, and we grow in demand for international education. So we are very interested in these highlights. We have a school visits. We have also, as I told you, express sessions at schools. And that day of the fair, we have pre-sessions. We have a little visit to a school. And sometimes that school welcome another bilingual school. So we have probably at least 300 students in that school visits. It's highly engaged student communities and top colleges. Connections with counselors and school leaders is very, very important, and opportunities for future partnerships and outreach. That school visit, sometimes it's a university visit too. We have very good contact with private universities here that have students very interested for graduate programs. Santa Cruz numbers from 2025, we had 1,900 registrations in Eventbrite, and we have attendees, 1,630, and we have more than 100 students in the school visits and university visits. So our numbers are really good, and we're very, very positive that these this fair this year will be increasing those numbers. And as I told you, we have a really good point to be on, because the new government is improving a little bit more the English. So we're very excited to receive you in our 2026 version. So try to pick Santa Cruz as one of your destinations. The fair is going to be the 12th of September, so we hope you take in account that Santa Cruz is one of the main cities and is very excited to receive you with your universities for the fair. Thank you so much. And I will give the word to Lucra Ramirez from Peru.
Hi, how are you? Thank you. Thanks. Now, Lima. Hi, my name is Lucra Ramirez. No, no. Sí. Can you see my presentation? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm Lucra Ramirez. I'm the fair coordinator in Lima. This event will be held on September 14th. It's a Monday, and in the Country Club Hotel in San Isidro. You're welcome in Lima, although you won't be able to go to Machu Picchu. Maybe not, depends. You will have a delicious ceviche, that's for sure. We are 11 people in the metropolitan area in Lima. Peru has an emerging economy, despite all these constant political challenges. Peru has a solid and stable economy in the region, a growing middle class, and a large youth population. Student mobility is growing. According to the latest statistics, we have 36,000 students studying abroad. Among the top chosen countries are USA, in Europe is Spain, South America, probably Argentina, Brazil. So, also other countries in other parts, but that's the important thing. I want those numbers going just to the US. That's why we want you here in Lima. We have a broader participation across undergrad, graduate, language, and short-term studies. Areas of preference are technology, the computer sciences, AI, business, engineering, sciences. Our universities are looking for strengthening partnerships, exchange agreements that facilitate all this international mobility. I just came back from an outreach in Ayacucho. There is a public school who they told me they just got 1 million soles just to increase the student mobility. So these kind of agreements are also good if you are here. Statistics, open doors. We are top 25th leading place of origin, the first time in years. We have 5,665 students in the US. That place us in third in South America, with an economic impact of $290 million in the US. Last year numbers, we have more than 1,400 registrations, 865 attendees, and more than 400 visitors during our school and university visits. You see here in these photos, you can see that tall man in a suit. That's our new ambassador. And in the last fair, he did a video inviting the students. We closed our registration because he's very charismatic, and we have all the support from the embassy, and we get a great number of visitors thanks to them too. Among those 869 visitors last fair, you can see good number of students looking for undergrad, grad, short-term, and intensive English. This year, we have, it's going to be a Monday. We have in the morning visits to our engagement. In each visit, you have to choose between going to a high school. It's going to be the Abraham Lincoln American School. You will see more than 300 students plus parents. And then if you choose, go to the university. Universidad de Lima is one of the top 5 best universities in the country. We will have lunch, and after the lunch, we will have the fair. It's from 5:30 to 8:30 in San Isidro. We will have also, well, probably the visit from a consul. They will want to talk to you about visas, how it is going in that area, and then the ambassador too. So please, I want to see you in Lima this Monday 14th. And now I will leave you with Belén in Guayaquil. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lorca. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen for Guayaquil?
Yes, Belén.
Perfect. So Ecuador is a very tiny country, but it offers you two wonderful cities to recruit from. I'm going to present and talk a little bit about Guayaquil. Guayaquil, oh, sorry, this is not that slide, but Guayaquil is actually the largest and most populous city of the country. We have a metropolitan area of more than 3.6 million people. And even though Quito is the capital, political capital of the country, Guayaquil is considered the country's economic center and principal port. So we handle the majority of maritime trade and serving as a getaway to international markets through the Americas and the Pacific. So actually the city is the host of major and very important high schools and universities that actually produce graduates in engineering, business, health sciences, technology, and other fields that actually align really well with US higher education undergraduate and graduate programs as well. And because of Guayaquil's strategic position as Ecuador's principal port city, as we can call it, programs that are related to business, entrepreneurship, supply chain, logistics are actually increasingly and very important to students to be able to get their higher education in those areas. English is also another part and another aspect that a lot of our students are looking into doing in the US and pursuing programs. And universities, startups, and private sectors organizations are also, trying to foster collaborations with institutions abroad so they can create programs in entrepreneurship, technology, sustainability, and innovation. So you're going to be doing recruitment for your students, but you'll also be having the chance to meet with local institutions so you can connect and create other types of programs that will end up of having students on your campus as well. We also consider that Guayaquil serves as a central hub recruitment because of our location. You'll also be able to meet students from other parts of the coastal area. So you will not only be meeting students from our city, but from local and near cities that are located to us. So as Ecuador's largest city and economic center, we're offering you US universities access to a very large academic, talented, and international-minded student population, where we see a lot of growing interest in STEM, in business, and also in graduate education opportunities. So just to talk a little bit, I moved my slides a little bit, but this is what we did last year. We had over 2,000 registrations for our fair with 925 attendees. We also did school visits with having a little bit over 100 students participating of that. And just to show you a little bit of the interest that we have in Guayaquil, 37% for undergraduate students, 27% for graduate programs. As you can see, ESL, intensive English, is a very huge thing here. We have 25%, and then short-term program with 11%. So based on this and based on looking at the interest that our students have, we have created the following agenda for you. You're arriving to Guayaquil on September 15, and we're going to be doing networking event with local authorities from higher education, college counselors at the CG House. So this is going to be a nice reception where you're going to be able to connect and meet counselors, international relations, representatives from universities here, so you can connect with them. And then on September 16 is when we're doing our Education USA Fair, but we're starting with 2 high school visits. Due to our school calendar, we're offering you 2 high school visits. The first one's going to be to Inter-American Academy, which is a high school that has the U.S. calendar and the U.S. system. Here is the only high school in Guayaquil that has that system. And we're also going to be inviting another high school that's called Copol. So we're going to be having actually 4 high schools participating of the school visits. And then we're going into Delta and Torremar. These are 2 of the most important high schools in the city. They have the category of the Ministry of Education creates categories for our high schools, and these are category A. So they, because of the high standard of education that they offer. And this is actually, we're very excited to offer this visit because they're very, very, very good students. A lot of their students go to study abroad. So we consider that this is the best market for you guys to be able to recruit. And then we go back to the hotel and you guys prep for the fair. We're going to be doing the fair from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And after that, we're offering you a nice cocktail reception at the hotel so you can relax a little bit after a couple of days in Guayaquil, and then you go into Quito. So I'm really hoping that you can join us in Guayaquil. We're very excited to host you. We're very excited to show you what wonderful students we have and the interest and the growing interest that we continue having on our students joining the U.S. as their academic path. So now I'm going to pass it to my colleague, Carolina, for Quito.
Thank you, Belen. Now Quito, the best spot. So can you move to the next slide, Belen? Thank you. Okay, so as I mentioned, Quito is the best option for you. Uh, we have 2.7 million people in the metropolitan area. By the way, my name is Carolina Romero. I'm the Education USA advisor in Quito. I've been here for 3 years. However, I was not able to be here last year because I was on my maternity leave, but this year I'm very excited to host you. Now, so Quito is the capital city, and we are the principal political, education, and cultural center of Ecuador. Quito concentrates many of the country's top secondary schools and university, and we have a growing interest in U.S. higher education and international mobility. According to the statistics shown on the Open Doors report on the 2025, we have 3,282 Ecuadorian students at U.S. Institutions. So we are a really good market, an interesting market. Belencita, could you help me with the next slide, please? Okay. So Quito is a premier destination for U.S. higher education recruitment. I don't know if I mentioned before, but Quito was the largest fair by number of attendees in South American circuit last year. It attracted more attendees than any other city, demonstrating the strong interest in international education among students and families in the region. Students and families in Quito have long valued international education, and this trend is accelerating as they actively seek opportunities to study abroad. We have seen that the English and academic level of our students has improved a lot during the last year. So the acceptance rate is very good, and they are very interested. The first destination country is United States. So every time we go to a high school, they are very, very interested in United States. There is a strong demand for program in STEM, business, health, science, and social science, and of course, graduate education. Actually, my host institution in Quito is a university, one of the best universities in the country. So most of my advisee students are interested in graduate education. Valecita, okay. The Quito Fair offers a unique advantage. We reduce participation costs while maintaining its status as a prime location for recruitment. This combination of affordability and impact makes an ideal choice for U.S. institutions looking to expand their reach in South America. As we this year, the fair is going to be on a Saturday, which is really good because a lot of participants will be coming from different cities. Ibarra, Ambato. They are about 2 hours, and they usually come. They don't mind coming because this is an event that they wait all year long. Can we go to the statistics of last year, Lucita? Okay, so the numbers of last year shows that we have 3,510 registrations with 1,544 attendees. As I told you, we were the fair that hosted the most attendees. We have 2 school visits and we reached 335 students. And most of our attendees were coming interested in undergraduate programs, but there is still a good portion of people interested in graduate options, also intensive English programs and short-term courses. That's why we have prepared a very interesting agenda for you. You will be coming to Quito on the 17th. We're gonna have to, sorry. We're gonna have 2 school visits. On the first one, we're gonna reach around 350 students. And in the second school visit, we are gonna have around 200 students. All of them, they have really a really good English level, and the academic profile, the extracurricular activities that they're gonna show, you're gonna be amazed by them. And then you're gonna have your afternoon free, so you get ready for next day. We are gonna have 2 university visits. We expect to welcome around 500 students. And in the afternoon, we're going to host a networking event where you are going to meet representatives from local high schools, and local universities, so you can strengthen your networking and your network. And we are going to have also the fair on Saturday. We're going to start at 9:30, and then the fair is going to be from 10 a.m. until 1. And then we're going to offer you a delicious lunch at the hotel at 1:30, and that's it. So you are going to have the afternoon free for you to rest, and at the next day you will be traveling to Bogota. And that's it. So I hope to see you on September 19th.
Thank you, Carolina. Now, Sam from Bogota, our last stop from the circuit.
Hi, everyone. Last but not least. So good morning, everyone. My name is Samuel, and I'm here in Colombia. I am representing pretty much the 9 cities that we have Education USA. So remember that if you ever want to talk to any of our cities in Medellin, Cali, Armenia, Pereira, you can actually contact us. You can contact also Vicky or Laura, who's also here with us today. So to start up with, I'm gonna just give me 1 second. Okay, this is it. I'm gonna talk a little bit about last year. Last year we had a very interesting fair. We had 1,588 registrations. We had 594 attendees, and I have to say that we have been working really hard, and you're gonna see how we're gonna make sure that you get really good leads. We are really making an effort to bring in students of high quality, students who actually speak English, or students who have a high interest in academics in the United States of America. Previous years, we were always looking for numbers, but quality is what is really making us work hard, and you're gonna see how we're doing that. The attendance was 90%, 39% of the registrations. We also visited schools, and that was also something that representatives really, really cherished was that we had a very good connection with high schools in the city. And we also had university visitors, meaning we had a cocktail party or a cocktail networking event where we invited local universities. That was really effective. Pretty much what we have, as you could see, we have undergraduate students that are really interested. We have 35% versus graduates. So as you could see, because I know some of you might be wondering, how is the distribution between graduate and undergraduate students? You can see it's almost the same. So we have both markets really interested in visiting our fair to find programs in the US. Intensive English programs, at 29%. It's also a very major interest among students who want to improve their English level. And short-term programs, 6%. Before, I was just telling you about how we actually bring in those 500 students to visit our fair. We work really hard to have the embassy support our job or our work here in Colombia. And we had webinars and invitations from the embassy. I just want you to know that here in Colombia, particularly, the support and the liaison that we have had with the embassy is really strong. That being said, it's a very good opportunity for us to also bring good students, but also relationships with local allies that can give us a very good turnout in all our events. We were also in the press and the national and in radio stations. We were CTTV and in some local channels because what we have tried to do is just to get out there, but also, as I said before, try to really reach out to the students that you need in order to recruit good profiles. Now, getting into the nitty-gritty of why Bogota? And if you haven't come to Bogota yet, this is a great invitation. As I said at the beginning, or as I wrote at the beginning, we are 2,600 meters closer to the sky. It's a city that has a lot to offer to you. And those of you who have had the chance to visit us, you're gonna find lovely people, excellent nightlife, but also a great opportunity to have simply everything that you need from a city. So we have 26,013 students enrolled in Bogotá's official school system. That means that the school system, being the capital of Colombia, yes, it's very logical that we have a very strong system, a school system. We are ranked by QS among top 100 student cities in the world. Actually, the picture that you see over there is a picture of one of our major university hubs. This is downtown area, and this is where most universities actually live together. We have around 17 universities in the area. Also, something that I have to mention, the government has made a great effort to become bilingual. For the first time in history, we have, at this point, 69 bilingual schools that are from the government. This is a major impact in bilingual education for underprivileged kids and schools, and that's something that we're really proud of. Also, a very major trend is a lot of high schools are becoming bilingual. And at this point, we have 74 schools in Colombia that offer only IB diploma programs. Just for you to know, and just to also be proud of our numbers, we have, according to the Open Doors numbers and statistics, we have 10,213 students, Colombian students, in the United States between 24 and 25. We rank 18 sending students to the United States of America after Brazil and Mexico. 54 out of 100 graduate transition directly into higher education in 2025. Even though the birth rate, as it's happening in the whole world, is actually diminishing, we have a very good number of students interested in higher education. And as expected, engineering, technology, business management, social sciences, and public policy are programs that are really trending at this point. Needless to say this, but universities with programs in data, artificial intelligence, sustainability, public health, entrepreneurship, international development are universities that are going to be well positioned to recruit in Colombia. Students have a really high interest in systems and engineering, especially everything that has to be dealt with artificial intelligence. What do we have for you? So on September the 21st, we're going to be having breakfast with two major schools, Gimnasio Campestre and Marymount School. And we're going to have other visiting schools. This breakfast has become the signature event from our university fair, education university fair. And I'll tell you why, because this is not only a place for you to meet counselors, but it's also a very good moment and place for you to be able to share with them in terms of academics or questions that they have. It's a really good opportunity for you to bond with them, but also to establish a very good conversation about how to improve the possibilities for students in Colombia to be able to be admitted to universities based on your knowledge. So it has become a very well-known event here in the city. With the school counselors, we invite the school counselors, and then we also invite their students. Some of them actually bring their own students, some of them don't. You know, it's not easy to bring students or to actually make them commute from one place to the other, but we usually get between 300 and 500 students in that event in the school. So it goes, first of all, the breakfast, where we actually talk about admission processes, and then we have the students sharing with you and having a mini fair with them, which is also very interesting. And we always invite students from bilingual schools. Then we have a networking cocktail, also a very important and well-known event where we have universities come to us, and we have what we call ODIs, which are international office representatives. Here, it doesn't look like a cocktail party, but it's actually a launch. In the previous one, 2025, we did a launch, and it was really nice. But this year, we decided to do a kind of a networking cocktail because it really gives more opportunities for you to be able to mingle and interact and show your programs. Last but not least, we're going to be at Gimnasio Moderno. It's a very well located spot in the city where you're going to find pretty much everything that parents need in order to come from restaurants, parking lots. And it's actually a very well-known school in the city where students can actually come and visit you. And it's really a big space, so you're going to have plenty of room to be able to talk to students and to actually share with families. So welcome to Bogotá. Don't forget, you're going to be closer to the stars. And then we really hope you can actually make it to our fair. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Samuel, and thank you everyone for those summaries of all the cities, what they have to offer, and how it would look like if you decide to join us for the fairs. We would love to hear from you if you have any questions on specific questions for the presenters on the different cities. That also to say that, as you see, we are very active in the region. We are focused right now on promoting our fair stops, of course, and you see that the schedules are very tight, and that's because there's so much to do in each one of these stops, and we want to make sure that you get your money's worth if you do come to our fairs this fall. If you are not necessarily coming to the fairs this fall, that's fine. See that we are a big team with a lot of support on the ground. So talk to us about your recruiting needs and how to engage with us. But bear in mind that we do need some time to plan things because, as you see, advisors are very, very busy. It's a very dynamic region. Any questions? We have about 10 minutes. No questions. It's a very, very quiet group. What else can we share with you about this region and recruiting? Is that, as you see, there is, I think throughout the presentations, you hear that there's a lot of interest from students based on the numbers, the students that we get at our fairs, and also on the number of students, just what the advisors have seen when they visit schools. There is quite a bit of interest in US as a study destination. Students want to come to the US to study, but there is a big presence from other countries as well. And more different countries that are coming to the region to recruit. And so you have quite a bit of a competition. So even though there is an interest, what we want to make sure is that at the end of the road, they do choose your institution instead of another country. And for that, it is very important for you to help us promote the US as a whole, as a study destination. If you do have some budget to come to the region to do that, this is definitely a region that it makes a difference if you do come in person to connect with parents, to connect with students. But of course, if you don't have a budget for that, we can still do a lot of things virtually. You need to be fearless when it comes to social media content. Definitely, that is one thing that we are growing and growing more on. As you know, students are not really interested in the typical webinars that we were hosting a lot during the pandemic. They want more short, sweet information. So if you want to do innovative things with us, definitely contact us and see what we can do with you on social media. Will translators be available to hire for the fairs? Yes. So we will definitely have that service available for you. You will need to pay directly to the translator, but we will organize one translator for you if you've indicated that. We do need some time ahead to contact. So it's not like you can come to the fair and say to us, okay, I need a translator. That it doesn't work that way. Vicky, you can probably tell us a little bit more about the translation services and any other details. And then also it says to participating in universities, receive a list of registrants attendees after the event. So Vicky, the floor is yours.
Yes, sorry. I had the mic closed, sorry. Once you register to the fair, we will be sending you the primary information package with all the information of the agenda to each stop. The same that they just shared with us, but you can have it handy. And also the suggested flights and the suggested hotels as well, and everything that you need to arrange all the logistics for your participation. And then I already sent out that, so in case if you are already registered, you already receive it. And then I will be sending out a survey asking some things about, for example, if you need the translation services or if you will be sending boxes to any country, any stop, or if you will be joining us the school visit or the networking cocktail, everything that we need to organize in order to organize your participation. The translation services is $100 for the 3 hours of the fair. And you need to confirm that before, and we can arrange that in each of the stops that you need. And once you arrive to the fair and you take all the service, by the end of the fair, you will have to pay directly to the translator, and we can get a receipt also for you, just as a proof of payment for you. Okay?
Sorry, I just unmuted myself. I'm Jackie. I'm from the Kutch School, Yeshiva University. I just want to say thank you for organizing this event. And also last fall, I believe I participated a few fairs with you, Bolivia, Paraguay, Brazil. And I think all the fairs I went were very well organized, very well attended. And I got a partnership, I believe, or to Paraguay as well. So thank you very much. And Vicky, I just want to have a follow-up question for you. My question is more about, I think you may have done this, but I just don't recall. After the events, do we receive the list of students who attended the events or who registered for the events?
Yes, Jackie, both. We will send out the list of the people who register, and also you can see the people who actually attended to the fair. You will receive the entire list of leads and also the contact information from the local high school counselors or university representatives as well.
Thank
will
you
get
so
that
much.
information
Thank you.
for each of the stops that you register and attended.
Thanks.
Any other question? No, and I think that's it.
No.
If somebody is interested in receiving more information or registering to the fair, at the end of the fair, the webinar, I will send the recording of this webinar and also the presentations and also the link to register and more information about the fair. If you have any other specific questions, you can reach out and I will help with anything that you may need to register.
Great. Well, then, if we don't have any more questions, I'd like to thank all the presenters, all the advisors for the information, Vicky for organizing this, and the rest of the Education USA team for joining us, and especially you for taking the time to learn a little bit more about these stops. If you do have questions after this, you can contact Vicky, and you can obviously contact me and Rita, and we'll guide you as well with more information on this region, these countries, and also our Education USA Fair stops that are coming up very soon.
Thank you, Anna. Thank
Again,
you. It was great to see you. Bye.
bye.